they're supposed to go sharp when it's cold if you go flat.
Well, they are your strings. Hey everybody, just a little minute late. I was answering some historical questions about events in our kingdom from long ago. I lost track of time. Okay. Check and see if the... Well, I guess it's a good thing I haven't charged this in a while. Luckily, we have power for this. But this is at 13%. The phone's fine.
Did you turn the
Yep.
Okay.
See if we're broadcasting. She should be. Hey, we're live. There's already 7 folks on. And this time comments is where we expect Adela, Sarah, Jason, Brian Wrestler, hey boss. Jason says, feeling great, last day of quarantine. Terry Young, hey man, how's it going, Terry? I miss practicing with you, man. Yeah. All right.
Bottle opener?
Bottle opener be good. Let's see. So this week is like our 70s and 50s, 60s, 70s set.
Well, and I wasn't surprised. The one song I recommended that was a 50s song, I thought it was a 70s song because they played it on the radio when I was in high school.
Anthony, Katie, Rick, greetings fellow citizens of the earth. Yeah, I'd say that about sums it up. Let's see.
One of those songs that I thought was so popular. Of course he knew what song I was talking about. He had no idea what song I was talking about. Never heard it.
Never heard it before we started practicing it. And
which is to me is amazing because he's one of those people who's heard of obscure songs that nobody's heard of.
But it's not obscure. See, that's the problem. It was a chart-topping hit for somebody. In my defense, I think the song is 58.
Yes.
And I'm decent on 50s music, but it's not my strongest area. So, but yeah, let's see. For this week, we've got 73, 71, 63, 96, 58 in a traditional piece. Yeah, 71 is 2 70s, 2 60s, and a 50s. Or I'm sorry, 150, 160, 2 70s, and a trad. This is
and a 90s song.
This is show 37, unbelievably. 248 unique songs, in total 264 songs performed.
We'll be starting with a repeat tonight.
Oh my gosh. Hard to believe. I think we still have a moment.
Yeah, so I got the 2 extremes this week. I picked the 50s song and the 90s song.
Yes, you did.
He knew what the 90s song was. It's like, I feel like I'm supposed to be entertaining you while he's gone, but I never know what to say when I'm just sitting there by myself. Don't forget next week. The show will be on Tuesday, so if you have plans for Thanksgiving, you will have Wednesday to get ready. And if you don't, you can watch the recording Wednesday night. We thought we had plans, but we have decided that we are spending Thanksgiving home, the 2 of us, and taking a care package to his brother.
My brother works at Wright State, and 4 of the people he comes in contact with in his daily job all tested positive. So, yeah, my mom called, and normally Thanksgiving is, ever since my father passed away, Thanksgiving is our big family holiday. So we go to Erie, we pack up the critters, my brother rides over with us, and we're at Mom's for 5 days, and usually do a bunch of work on the house for her. But she called and said she doesn't want to risk it. We agreed, so we'll probably also put the word out. I mean, we can't have people over to the house, but if anybody needs a little care package or something, let us know. We'll put something together, because we're going to have way more food. You almost literally can't do Thanksgiving for 2 people.
Especially when one's a vegetarian and one's not.
More turkey for me.
And the stuff we're fixing from Dan isn't going to be coming from necessarily the common pal, because he does gluten-free. So.
Yeah, so it's all going to be pretty funny. Plus, we got a coupon from North Lane Market for, they always have, usually I believe it's Bowman and Landis, but they have fresh turkeys, so we ordered one. Like, the smallest turkey you can get is like 15 pounds. I went up a little bit because we're going to freeze a bunch of it, and I love turkey.
He was talking about getting a turkey even
if it wasn't Thanksgiving.
Even when we thought we were going to go to Erie, he wanted to get one just to, because he cooks up chicken and cuts it up and freezes it, and then he has chicken for salads and such, and he was going to do the same thing with turkey to have a variety.
Yeah, so, but yeah, so it's going to be different. The only constant in life is change.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see if I mentioned it. This is show 37. I am drinking Peach County.
And I'm drinking Mad Bark.
I just have to mention a funny FinTan bottle story. So we used to do a song called Pat Works on the Railway, and there is a part where when we break, Mark Reineman would use a drumstick and hit a Guinness bottle to simulate. It's amazing. It's a good simulation of the sound of driving a railway spike. And so a bunch of our fans all got bottles and drumsticks and decided they were going to hit with Mark, not having Mark's extensive amount of experience of what kind of bottle to use and how to hit a bottle. So promptly on the very first one, several glasses shattered into a million pieces on the bar floor. It was very hilarious.
Make sure the sound's completely down. I could hear a tiny bit.
Oh, you're right, a little bit. So, and I am going to play my Gianni by Tercer, one of the least expensive guitars I ever bought, and since it's been worked on, it's super nice and easy to play. JJ just joined us. Hey JJ.
And I'm playing my Ohana.
Keep telling her that she should be playing your other ukes. You got a bunch of ukes just sitting around not doing anything.
Yeah, I have 2 upstairs that I practice with almost every day. One is basically a lot like this one, but it's a fret or 2 shorter, and it's pressed wood instead of solid wood. But so it's easy to practice. I don't have to carry up and down when I practice these songs every day. I practice on that one. And then I have my concert upstairs, which has a low G, which is good for flamenco and for finger picking certain songs, because you have 4 more notes on it than 4 more notes on the lower range than on the standard soprano ukulele.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could have been the whiskey, might have been the gin, could have been the 3 or 4 6-packs, I don't know, but look at the mess I'm in. My head's like a football, I think I'm gonna die. Tell me, oh my, wasn't that a party? Someone had a grapefruit, wore it like a hat. I saw someone under my kitchen table talking to an old Tom cat. They were talking about football. The cat was talking back. Round about then everything went black. Wasn't that a party? And sure, just remembering tree. He was singing a folk song, sounded pretty good. Would have sounded better if his wife hadn't made such a racket, chopping up a neighbor's wood. I think it was his woodbine, but it could have been his door. Think she must have got 3 or 4. Wasn't that a party? Billy Joe and Tony, they went a little far. They were sitting in the front yard, blowing on the siren of somebody's police car. So you see, Your Honor, it was all in fun. That little bitty track meeting down on Main Street was to see if the cops could run. They run us in to see you, and an alcoholic haze. And I sure could use those 30 days. Wasn't that a party? Well, they run us in to see you, and an alcoholic haze. And I sure could use those 30 days. Wasn't that a party? That was, of course, Wasn't That a Party? Words and music by Tom Paxton, 1973. I actually learned that song from Master John Apwin in one of the times. I think we were hanging out at a 12th night in Chicago playing Irish rebel and drinking songs in a stairwell that we thought was well away from people, but it turned out in the church, apparently the sound was being piped all over the site, and we ended up with a big crowd of people, and we were just playing away, having the best time. I learned a lot about Irish music from John Apple. Alrighty. I think I saw Sherry Mandel on. Hi, Sherry. Okay. Same era. 2 songs from the same era.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone over dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been waiting for. can see clearly now. Words of music by Johnny Nash, 1971. That one I had definitely heard.
Yes. He passed away about a month or two ago, and someone posted a little obituary on Facebook, and I was like, okay, I know that name. How do I know that name? Oh, that song, which got added to the list right away.
So, little tribute. Great song. Peach cider. Who'd have thought? Wow, Gunther Chewin, hey! All kinds of people joining tonight. Well, given that the curfew in Fairborn starts,
Ohio.
it's all of Ohio starts tomorrow, we're going to be in the house a lot. So we're going to be working on music, and I guarantee you...
We've been going anywhere between 10 at night and 5 in the morning anyway.
Not really, no. Big nightlife scene. But also, since we're not going to my mom's over Thanksgiving, I suspect we'll put in some extra work on the sets. And reminder, go to our Pat and Mary's page and suggest a repeat song from the massive list I posted that you want to hear in the month of December, because we're gonna try and replay some songs and also give ourselves a small break from learning 6 new songs every single week.
And don't feel if there's like 3 or 4, it's fine. List
Yeah,
all the
just
songs
post them.
you really
Yeah.
would like to hear again.
I know JJ posted, thank you. But if you're thinking there's a song that we've played, the list is posted, and you'd like to hear it again, we'll probably do a lot better job. That's like our big joke with sets. We'll be working on a song on Tuesday. We'll do a run through. Yeah, I have that in about 2 more weeks. All right. I imagine Connor will recognize this song. 1, 2, 3, 4. King on That tune is called Captain Ward. The recording and the style that I learned it from, and FinTan, my band, learned it from, is a fantastic Tannehill's Weaver album called Capernaum. It's one of their very, very best albums. And in order to record it, we actually wrote them a letter and said, can we record it with your styling and your key? And they were very kind and said, sure. And what's funny about this song is the first time it was ever played for me was Tamara Griggs, Countess Tamara in the SCA. And she wanted us to do Captain Ward, and I thought this song was a million miles beyond FinTan. And we ended up learning it, and we played it for a lot of years, and it kind of shuffled off into the background. But Katie, this is the song I was talking about last night, Captain Ward, and there's a fiddle tune with it called The Streaker, which we could not play, but that might...
Maybe another 10 years we'll get to the point where we can do the lead part on a
play a lead part on a guitar, yeah. So... it's always a learning experience. I may learn to play some lead in spite of myself.
And I would like to learn to do chord melody, but it's just, I haven't had the time to really practice on that lately.
Alright. Something a bit lighter.
Definitely.
First time we ever heard this song was last year.
Almost a year ago.
We saw the band that performed this live and bought their album, and alright.
And he came home saying he wanted to learn this song.
Yeah, yeah, so this is a good excuse to learn it this week. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was traveling west of Buckskin on my way to a cattle run. Across a little cactus desert under a hot, blistering sun. I was thirsty down to my toenails, stopped to rest Desert Pete, words and music by Billy Ed Wheeler, but made famous by the Kingston Trio. And it was originally on their Sunny Side Up album, and then the second generation of the Kingston Trio, which we got to see about a year ago down at Cincinnati's Music Hall, Memorial Hall, which is right next to Music Hall. Really great venue. Got to see them. So our friend Rebecca Cunningham there. So I bumped into a whole bunch of people. My cousin Charles was there. Charles and Rita. It was a great show. But that was the first time I'd ever heard Desert Pete.
And that was from 63.
1963. I think the Sunny Side Up album is 64, 65, right in there, 63 when the song was released. There are just lots of these songwriters out there that cranked out tunes, and some of them recorded originals, but a lot of them were sold, I guess, to the record companies. It's surprising how many songs that I thought were by bands, especially in the 50s, that they didn't write.
And now for something completely
And now
different.
for something completely different. One, two, three, four. Words and music by Donnie Brown, Doug Corella, Jeffrey Joseph, Jeffrey Joseph Douglas, Brad Vander Ark, and Brian Vander Ark, collectively known as the Verve Pipe. Big hit for them, 1996. I didn't like this song that much when I first heard it, but when you actually listen to the lyrics, it's the whole song. It's a tragedy that they try to ignore, and of course, when you try and ignore the tragedy and don't own up to it, it wrecks your life.
The 90s, I listened to what some people would consider dark music, so.
A lot of the latter part of the 90s alternative music was all pretty dark. But it was also a fun exercise in trying to arrange a song that in fact has no strumming guitar, where every version of this song was different because the only thing you get is the bass note, and you get to play chord roulette to try and figure out what chords.
Well, they're bad and they're finger picking. So it's like, okay, what arpeggio is that?
Right, yeah. The only guitar was playing a 4-note arpeggio. Every place we strummed, all you hear in the song are 4 individual notes, and the bass is carrying it, and so we had to figure it out. That song was still being edited last night.
We still don't believe that the B minor was actually in the song, but we settled for it since we don't have to worry about clashing with anyone else.
Okay.
Now it's getting a little bit brighter.
A lot brighter. I had never heard this song, and I really like it now. It's been my... I don't really call them earworms because I don't get a song stuck in my head like that. I like a song and I'll listen to it on repeat like 12,000 times. Oh, thanks, Jason. That's very kind. He said the Freshman was unexpected, but we made it our own. Thank you very much. But, so, we'll try and lift your spirits up. So, here's our last song for tonight. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twiddly-diddly-dee. 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 Tweet, 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 tweet. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet. Really let go. Rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree, the wise old owl, the big black crow, flapping their wings, singing go bird go. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweedly-dee. Rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. The pretty little raven and the birdman singing, on and on and on, and it was grand. Started going steady and bless my soul, he out popped the buzzard and the Oreo. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and bopping and singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweedly-dee. Oh, Rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Well, the pretty little raven and the birdman singing, calling out and bopping, it was grand. He started going steady and bless my soul, he out-bopped the buzzard and the Oreo. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and bopping and singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweedly-dee. Oh, Rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Tweedly-diddly-dee. 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 Tweet, 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 tweet. Rockin Robin by Leon Rene, 1958.
I believe it was recorded by Bobby Day?
Bobby Day, right, recorded by Bobby Day. A big chart hit. I couldn't believe I'd never heard this song, but there's lots of songs.
I was surprised it was not a 50 songs. It was 1958, but when I was in high school in the 70s is when American Graffiti came out, so a lot of songs from the late 50s and early 60s got a lot of radio play. And I don't even know how to do the jitterbug and the stroll. I mean, just in time.
So, so that's show 37 in the books. We have another show next week on Tuesday night. We will be broadcasting at 7 p.m. on Tuesday night.
We'll have a couple repeats on that one.
With a couple repeats because we thought we were going to be, well, the short week, day, we thought we were going to be trying to learn this and pack and do everything else. But, and again, if there are some songs that we have played that you would like to hear again in the month of December, we got 3 or 4 shows where we have not. Now, we're going to still put some new songs in, but we thought if there were songs that you folks wanted to hear, we would repeat them. Why not? I mean, we've now got, with this show, 248 unique songs with only 16 replays in 37 weeks. So, anyways, we hope that you are all safe and well, and we hope that you will join us next week for our Thanksgiving show.
We are not doing any Thanksgiving songs. Don't worry, no Harvest Home or anything like
that.
No.
I don't really think about Thanksgiving songs.
Well, the only ones I know are like that. There were church hymns. And
we're not doing that. Absolutely not.
Hymns, no.
But we have some fun since we're taking suggestions for Christmas tunes. We've got a pile, but if there's a Christmas song you guys might like to hear. Allegra said something about Rockin Robin at a high school variety shows or something like that. I'll have to go back and read it. Thanks, Caitlin, and thanks for the kind comment from Mr. Skeetha. Thank you so much. And we will see you guys in just 6 days. See if we can put together another set for you. We do have some fun songs for next week, and we're going to rock it right out to the end of the year and into January, I'm sure. So have a wonderful holiday. If we do not, well, sorry, we'll get a chance to wish them a wonderful holiday on Tuesday. Yeah, I don't actually know where I am anymore or what day it is.
But not tune in. If you don't tune in next Tuesday, have a holiday. If you do tune in,
and it'll be up on repeat. So have a great night, everybody.
Stay safe.